Hello.
Hello,
How are
how are you doing?
you?
I'm
I'm
really
good,
good,
thank
thank
you. Thank you for joining us. I was going to say earlier, I love that picture in your background, that road. It looks amazing.
you.
It
We
just
only
looks
just
like,
we only put it there yesterday because we got a new one, a Highlander, for our room, and I thought
yes.
it would look really nice for tonight. So I'm glad you mentioned that.
I was looking at it going, gee, that looks like a really good songwriting road or a song
Yeah,
listening to, singing road. Um, Kaz is already in the room watching through YouTube. Thank you, Kaz.
hi,
Um,
Fez.
So yeah, thank you for coming to join us. And I know we haven't got to have you on the show until now, so I'm very excited. Tell us a little bit about your music and how you got into country and into releasing the song that you have now. Your bit of your musical journey.
Yeah, oh, it's been a long, long road actually. I started out in the country music festival as a teenager, country music industry as a teenager. And I remember actually going back to I think my first Tamworth Country Music Festival was at the age of 10. And I just
Oh,
fell in and just kind of pestered my parents, can I go to singing lessons? And then, yeah, it just kind of grew from there. I went to singing lessons, picked up a guitar at 13. And then I was at the Junior Academy of Country Music by the age of 16 and
yes.
then senior by the age of 18. So I was kind of rolling into it. And I think I got asked to host and perform on the Jim Haynes Big Bush Brekkie show.
Oh, wow.
I went at some stage tonight when I was 17. So that was a massive start out, into performing and learning how a show works, really, a professional country music show. And yeah, just rolled on from there. And then throughout my 20s, I spent a lot of time doing cover gigs and kind of touring out west. I moved out to Tamworth for 4 years just to kind of get the feel of if I wanted to stay out there or if I wanted to come back home. I eventually came back home, but yeah, did a lot of cover gigs, a lot of writing, and started releasing music in 2018. And
Yes.
it's a really slow burn because I'm now 33 next month. So it's I don't know. I think it's just taken me a long time to kind of really soak everything in, and now I feel like it's finally all coming to fruition, and it's a full circle moment for me, especially this year. And
Yes.
I love it. I absolutely love the industry. Love country music. I grew up on country music. I actually
Yes.
didn't know any other genres until I started going to primary school.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I do understand that. Yeah. There
Yeah,
were
so
artists other than Slim Dusty and Australian country artists, but we just didn't know that at home.
yeah, I love that, and it's great. Well, why would you want to know anything else anyway?
We didn't need anything else. That's right. What else did we need? It's like,
Exactly. So yeah, very similar, very similar. I remember just driving around in my dad's ute, and he'd be playing like Johnny Cash and Patsy Cline and Hank Williams, and we'd be checking fences and Slim Dusty and the Aussie ones as well. So yeah, I couldn't imagine doing anything else with my life. I absolutely love singing, writing, and if it's a slow burn, it's a slow burn. It's good. I'm glad that I'm here and all coming to fruition. Yeah, I'm really grateful.
it is all coming together. And Kaz, I love Kaz's comment. She's bloody good. That's all you need to know. That's perfect.
Thank you.
Kaz has a real way with words. I love it.
I know this, yeah.
Oh dear. And Darren, look at Darren's background picture, the Slim Dusty Centre behind him. That's
Yeah,
absolutely, I love it.
yes.
Darren and I play phone tag a lot. We don't get to catch up. We always work at different hours, so we do play phone tag. But he is part of Country Kickback and in Victoria doing all sorts of wonderful things there for us. So we're very lucky to have him as
Yeah,
part of
great
our
to see
as well. Now, I love your story and growing up doing it. Did you as a young girl, were you writing songs then? Like, was it something that you would do without probably even knowing? Because you can be humming something or writing and not even realize you're actually writing a song as a growing up.
you. Yeah, definitely. I remember being in primary school and getting in trouble because I wasn't doing my schoolwork and I was writing poetry for my friends. So I think, yeah, another thing that my dad did was always go to bed at about 8:30 every night, and he'd lay in bed and he'd recite Banjo Patterson poems or
Yes.
Henry Lawson. And yeah, I just loved it, and I always remember just hearing those verses, and I think that's just what made me want to write as well. And I do love that lyrical and poetry side of songwriting. So, yeah, and then it just went from there. I was obsessed, and I still am. Like, I still love writing all the time. And throughout the course of a normal day, I'll have all these little things pop up for me all the time, and I'll be putting them in my notes or writing them down. And that's how songs are born, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Those little ideas that you don't even realize you're having at the time.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Especially when you're driving, because everything's kind of switched off and you can focus, you're just focused on the road. So you that's when a lot of mine come up, and that gets dangerous because I'm trying to get on my phone and writing my notes and drive.
Right at the same time, exactly. Hi, Jonathan. Thank you for joining us. It's lovely to have people from everywhere watching tonight. So tell us a little bit about your current single. And did you have a reason for releasing now? I know that it's sometimes hard because you've got to fit in with schedules, but was this sort of the planned last single? You know, that's what you want to do this time of year, heading into the new year. Was there?
Well, I didn't. I'm a little bit loose with the timing sometimes. I released a debut album called Sticks, Stones and Stories last year in 2022. Then I went and had a baby because I was 20 weeks pregnant at the time. I thought, why am I releasing an album when I was 20 weeks pregnant? But it was so great. It's been nice because everyone's kind of picking up the album now and having a listen as well just after hearing this. So this single wasn't from that album. It's a complete new project that we've been working on. And yeah, I just thought, maybe put something out this year, maybe leading into all the festivals. I've got some great shows coming up. It'd be great to put it out. And to be honest, as soon as I wrote it, I was calling my producer, like, can I get into the studio? I just love this song. And I had 3 songs ready, and the other ones were a little bit more commercial, I guess, a little bit more pop country. And I thought, that's what is popular. But I took it to my producer and we kept going back to this one. And I just followed my heart, and he was the same. He's like, no, this one's just different. It's metaphorical, it's poetic, and I thought, yeah, I can't not put this out. I have to put it out as soon as I can. And it's the same thing, when I'd sit down with my guitar, this was always the song that I would go to practice or sing.
Okay.
And and that's always a good indication if I'm trying to figure out if I've got a handful of songs, what will be the next single or what will be a title track or whatever. It's the song that I always go to. So yeah, that was a good indication for me that this was kind of the one, and I just felt it. I just felt it in my heart that this was something special, and it's probably one of my favorite songs I've released so far. And there's been a few now.
I love it, and I love your hair in that photo. Wow, that is gorgeous. Long hair.
Thanks.
Oh dear! In the summer in New South Wales, you'll roast.
Yeah, it's all day. I just wear it in a top knot. I put it down for this, and then it's
back up. Yeah, tie it out of the way. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I know that. Exactly. So, I know that we are close to the end of the year, but you do have a lot of shows coming up between now and the new year. Where can we still get tickets for anything that you've got this year or early next year? And where's the best place to get those?
Yes, definitely. So Buckwild Country Barn Sessions in Townsville is going to be amazing. I highly recommend to see that lineup. It's an amazing lineup. It's on your birthday?
Yes, it is, and I'm so far away.
Oh, damn. Good one, Danni. You would love that one.
Yes, it would have been so much fun.
Oh, so you're a Capricorn. Oh, that's lovely.
Yes, you too. You're next month too, didn't you say?
I'm a Sagittarius. I'm just before you. Yeah. I love Capricorn.
Yes. Very organised. So what day is your birthday?
The 3rd of December. So
the 3rd. Oh, yours is very close. Yeah, very close. Oh, do you do anything to celebrate?
Well, this year, now that I'm older, I just want to do nothing. My mum's taking our daughter for the night. That's enough for me. That's fantastic.
Lovely. Yeah.
We'll sleep.
The night of sleep. Yeah.
Yes, probably. Wine and sleep. But yeah, I'm sure. What do you like doing anything for yours, or are you just relaxed?
Well, it's always New Year's Eve, so there's always something on. So I've
always
got something. Exactly right. That's right. They're all celebrating. Yeah, so there's always something, whether we go camping, or last year I was lucky enough I got to be up at the Gold Coast, and Boness were playing, and Ray Lee did a set, and so yeah, I try and do something every year, whether it be here or at a show somewhere. But there's always something on. It's always good.
Yes. Oh, that would have been amazing. Well, that's right. There will always be something on too.
Yes.
So you can take your pick. Yeah.
And somebody else has to pay for the event, not me. So it's great.
That's how it works. That's great.
That's right. So yeah, sorry. Where can we still get tickets to the New Year's Eve show?
Yeah, so you can still get tickets for that one. I think there's a link through my website, or you can just go to Buckwild Country Barn Sessions. They have a website, or just pop it in Google and you'll find it. And there are still tickets. So there is also, as you can see, line dancing, paint and sip, all of that.
Wow.
Yeah, really fun stuff. Yeah. So, and then I think we've got the Welder's Dog popping up now. So this is for Tamworth Music Festival. These aren't ticketed, they're free shows. So roll up. I would love to see you all. So 4 p.m. on the Thursday at the Welder's Dog. And I'm going to have a special guest, I think, for both of my shows, it's looking like. The local artist, Sam Hanford. He's really, really...
Wow.
Yeah, so he's from the Northern Rivers, and he'll be popping up.
Oh, that'll be lovely. Definitely. Yeah. If you can get along there, let us know. We want to see you. Let us know that you're going, because that would be great. I love the Welder's Dog. How nice is that little venue? They have really good cheese.
What do they have?
Cheese. They have really nice cheese in the fridge. Yeah. I got some last year, and I fully intended to share it with everybody, and I didn't. It was too
I buy cheese and I go, and people come around and I go, I'm not putting that out because I'm going to have it tomorrow on my own.
That's right. There's no one else is here. That's right. I'll put this one out because it's not as good.
This is my favorite one. I'll just put it tomorrow. But yes, I'm finishing at 5 o'clock. That gig will be finished at 5, so it'll be a wine and a cheese. So make sure you have a wine and a cheese with me at the Welder's Dog.
That'll be perfect. No, yes, I don't know. I know when we got there we were really hungry, and that definitely helped, but it was very good. And also on the 26th of January, the Press Basement Bar as well. What time is that one? Is that there?
That one's at 5 p.m, so 5 till 6 on Friday, yeah. So they are the venues that I put down, because I usually write, where would I like to play, what festivals, what venues, and I wanted the Welder's Dog and the Press Basement Bar, and I got both. And at great times. So I'm really excited. I think the band will probably pop up with me for the press one as well, or at least Rusty Brooke, my guitarist, might come along if I can steal him away, because those guys all play with Catherine Britt and Sunny Cowgirls and everyone else as well. If I can steal them away for the gig, I think that'll be really fun.
That would be amazing. Absolutely. Let us know in the comments if you're coming to Tamworth and are going to get to a couple of those shows. Have you got plans for coming into the new year? I know we hit it always starts with a bit of a bang with Tamworth, but what are your plans for rolling to the new year? Have you got more music that you want to release? Do you want to do some more tours? What are you thinking for 2024?
Yes. Yeah, it's hard to see past Buckwild Barn Sessions and Tamworth, but I'm starting to look sort of mid-year. I will be hopefully doing a couple more festivals yet to be announced. But yeah, new music. We're back in the studio. We've got a handful of songs to demo and a couple already demoed. So it's kind of like playing Tetris. What's going to fit where? What are we going to release when? At least a couple of singles leading into an EP or an album, though, towards the end of next year or the year after. So, but yeah, new music.
That is exciting. It's very exciting. And as you're sort of saying with this song, it's a bit of a different sound and a bit of a different storyline. So are you sort of heading into that, or have you got more different sounding songs coming as well? Or is it sort of just exploring different sounds?
Yeah, it's such a mixed bag. Like, a couple of people have said, this is amazing, you need to write all your songs like this. I think, well, I don't go into a session going, I intend to write a bluegrass song, or I want this kind of sound, or I want a contemporary sound. They just kind of come out how they come out. So, but what I have got is a bit of a mixed bag. So you've got some very traditional ballads, and you've got some more upbeat contemporary songs, and you've got the sort of more folky rustic edge like Too Far Down. So yeah, it'll be a mix, but hopefully that's something for everyone in that case.
Love that. Yes, I love that. I like that we're not frightened to mix it now. We used to be. We used to have to sort of you fit into sort of a little box in a sort of area, but now we write to what we want to write, and I love that because it's just we get to see different sides of each artist and different influences coming out, and people relate to different songs as well.
Definitely. You're going to have an audience that probably, because I know personally I love to listen to really contemporary stuff and really traditional stuff. So I'm sure everyone else is the same. And it shows that versatility, I think, as well.
That's right. It does 100%. I mean, if people get into my car, they hear some very different things. You know, 1 minute it can be Slim Dusty, the next it can be, you know, something completely different, and there's no rhythm to it at all. But that's what I love. I like all the different sounds, and I think, yeah, exactly. So when you, as you said, when you went in to record this was the one that you used to play and warm up with, that sort of thing. So have you had a lot of feedback from playing this song live? Your current Too Far Down?
Yes, and I probably haven't played it live a lot yet. It's only been out sort of 3 weeks. But I've had a lot of feedback. And then the day that I released it, and with everything that's been happening on the charts and this and that, it's probably been one of my most successful releases yet, which is amazing. Like, because I kind of put it out and went, well, it's not pop country, it's not that contemporary, but it doesn't matter because it's already won me over. It's one of my favorite songs. So whatever happens with this song, and I've kind of learnt now, because I didn't come out with a bang and have millions of followers and millions of streams on Spotify. It's a really slow trickle and a really slow organic build for me. So it's kind of a good thing because I don't have massive expectations for anything now. I just kind of go, well, you know, anything else is a win. So it's kind of come up so well to see how many people have been streaming it and to see the charts that it's been on, and to hear, you know, people say this has a really calming feel about it. I love to play it. It relaxes me. All of these different things. How people relate to it has been different because I think it can be interpreted a few different ways, this song.
Yeah.
So it's been really nice to hear the angle and you know, how people have related to it. So yeah, it's been such a mind-blowing experience, really wonderful.
And can people still get, like, if we want to get some merch and order your album for Christmas, that sort of thing, can people still do that?
Absolutely. So on the website katiebrookemusic.com, you'll find some there we go, some CDs. I've only got a couple of shirts left, so they're the last of the line, the Cosmic Cowgirl shirts, and I've got some men's shirts as well. So some things available, and I'll bring them to Tamworth and to where am I going? Townsville as well. So
perfect. And I love those photos. Were they taken on the farm?
Yes. Oh, some of them. I've got a bit of a mix there, actually. For all of my album photos, though, we went to a little farm just out of Tamworth when I was down there because the studio's in Tamworth. And I have a beautiful photographer, Rachel Dean, from Finishing Image Photography, and she took those ones. We do have Highland cows here on our place too, though, so often people think they're our ones. But, yeah, it was really nice to get a picture. I know the album cover, it has the 3 Highlanders on it, and everyone always comments on that.
Yes. They always look in photos, don't they?
Oh, they're so photogenic. It's like they want to show off.
Yes,
show off.
They know. I'm sure they know.
Yes.
I'm very sure they know. I know Kaz just popped in and she said that Sticks, Stones and Stories is a terrific album. Do yourself a favour. Go and have a listen if you haven't already. I agree, Kaz. I agree. Do you have, listening back now on the album and now that you've got sort of music coming out that's not on it, have you still got any favourites on there, or does it sort of change a bit depending on the show and what you're feeling?
I have always had 2 standouts on that album, and funnily, Too Much Not Enough is a song off the album that I've always loved because we popped it in right at the end. And it was just, I wrote it with a really heavy heart, and I was going through a bit of a difficult phase in my career where I wasn't feeling, you know, like things were happening for me, and I felt like I missed some opportunities and had some failures, and it had been a long journey from the start to that point, and I was, you know, having one of those times. And so I popped it on the album and loved it. And then it got into the songwriting prize, the Listen Up Music Songwriting Prize this year. So out of 350 entries, it got down to the top 15. And I just last week went down to Sydney and yeah, it was in the grand final for that. So I feel like, you know, from that feeling and then being recognised in that way for that song was such a full circle, amazing moment. And just a nice, inspiring event for me to go, yeah, you know, I can achieve a lot with what I create. So it's been really
absolutely. Yeah. And it is a slow climb in the industry, but it's so good that you're getting to that point now and people are standing up and listening and taking notice. And it's I know that it's a slow process, but it's so rewarding as you get there and as each stage comes. I think you appreciate it having done that hard work to get there too, don't you? Like, I think you just
absolutely. And I wouldn't trade that slow climb either. Like, I'm really happy for that to you know, be really immersed in each stage of the career and to feel the full spectrum of emotions that come with being in music, being in the industry, no matter what role you play in it. And and I feel like if things were to happen too quick, or if things happened when I was a lot younger, I probably wouldn't have been able to handle them the same way I do now with that same wisdom, you know, as in your 30s.
Exactly. Yeah. No, and I agree. It would be very different. So even just doing what we do here in, you know, earlier in life, it would have been quite different. And I think that's sort of where I love why I love the country music genre so much, because it does get better as you grow, and the songs become, you know, they grow with you, and I love that, because they're truth, they're real stories, they're our truth, and we all take something from it, I think, which is so special. And we've got a pretty amazing fan base here. Like, we're pretty lucky.
Yes, we are so incredibly lucky. And I think it's just so authentic too. The fans are authentic and they're drawn to the authentic artists. They can see behind facades or fakeness, you know. Yeah, they know what's real. And
I think and because we're all fans ourselves, and we all have the same group of fans. We have that, like, we've all got that connection. And I think you're right. I think they see the fakeness, and you can put a song out and you can tell the difference in someone that's going to stay and someone that's just there for a quick, you know, moment. Gone, definitely. Which I love as well. So heading into Tamworth, where obviously the two places that you're playing, but are there any other venues that you would say to someone you have to go and check it out if you haven't been before?
Oh, the Moonshiners Honky Tonk. Do you like that one, Danni?
Yes, I went to Moonshiners once this year. Tamworth this year, I just couldn't fit anything in. It was ridiculously busy. I went once. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. So, but I mean, you can walk down Peel Street and pop into any of those places. The Tudor, I forget all the names. The Courthouse, you know, all these ones. They're all amazing. Even I think
the town hall is pretty amazing. Yeah, when
any show, because it all sounds amazing. Like, the acoustics in that room are just beautiful, and the whole vibe of that. So yeah, that's a good one, definitely.
And the long yard is different. You walk in there and you think, oh my goodness, this is not what I thought it would be.
That was my next one, the long yard. You have to do that. It's always really pumping. You've got to be in a really high energy mood. Don't be tired. Don't be a Debbie.
No, don't go there unless you're ready for big. Yeah. And because she loves the small venues, are the best. I know the small venues. I love the little songwriter rounds that they do at different venues too. I love hearing the background, and I love that a lot of the artists that do those, you know, they don't know who they're going to get up there and do it with. So whether they know each other or not, it's just a hit and miss thing. And I love seeing those bonds form with artists that haven't met each other before, and getting to know them by being on stage with them and hearing the stories. Yeah, I love that side. Yeah. I don't think you can go wrong with any venue. They're all pretty special in their own little way.
In their own way, that's right. I think the press is really nice where I'm going on Friday. They've got really good cocktails if you want a good cocktail.
Ooh, I haven't tried that. That might be something I need to think about doing.
They have a whole menu, like, it's not just one little list of cocktails, it's a full, like, turn the pages. Whiskey cocktails. Yeah, so they got everything.
That's important. I should definitely go and check that out. I mean, it'd be rude not to.
It would be. So you have your cheese at the dog, and then you go to the press and you have a
have a cocktail. See, I can have my cheese, my dairy, and then go and have some fruit and have a fruit cocktail.
Exactly.
All in one. Look at us go. We've got it all planned. Thank you so much for coming and talking to us tonight. It's so lovely to finally have you on.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's been so wonderful. I hope I get to meet you in real life soon too.
We definitely will have to. You have to come and do an interview with us in Tamworth. We'll be there. We'll be on the floor doing interviews. So we'll book that in tonight. And yeah, I cannot wait to get to meet you in person. And are you going down by yourself, or are you taking the family? Are you taking your daughter down to Tamworth?
We are. So my parents are coming too. God, because it's quite busy with a toddler. But we're staying with our cousin as well. So it'll be really nice. We're all going, and it'll be, it's very supportive when the family are there. I feel like I'm not too homesick, and I can just go and relax with them in between shows, which is lovely.
Yes, exactly. And you're not stressing then, are you? And they can come and watch a little bit of it too.
Yeah, they will, which will be great. It's always great to have them there. I feel like they're such a part of it.
Yes, exactly. And that's like you grew up Tamworth Country Music Festival and doing it all. It's how it gets into that next generation, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Before we go again, though, what is the best place to keep an eye on you on your socials and where to look when you've got new things coming up? What's your favourite platform?
Yeah, my favourite's probably Instagram, so Katie Brooke Music. That's where I probably hang out the most, and you'll see my Highlanders and a little bit of farm life and a little bit of this and that, a little bit of random stuff on my Instagram as well, which is always fun.
I love that photo there. I think it's gorgeous. That is that one that you did that's the album, isn't it? When you did that shoot.
That was from the album shoot. Yes, that was out near Tamworth. I think it's called Cumbogie Woolshed, and it's a venue for weddings. It's so beautiful. It was really nice out there.
It looks like they've actually brushed that cow. They've probably I reckon they have had the full works.
Got dreadlocks. It looks like the brush wouldn't even get through.
Not like our cows at all. No, nothing like that out here. No, those cows get better shampoo than I do. I reckon. Better looked after.
Same.
Well, thank you so much again. It's been lovely having you. And if you haven't already, make sure you go up to the top. I've popped the link to the current single on Spotify and also in the link tree. Have a look. Make sure you follow along, and whatever platform you're on, have a listen if you haven't already. And let us know in the comments when you have. We love to hear what you think of the songs as you hear them as well. But we will be back on Wednesday. We do have some more shows coming this week. It's going to be a big week of shows. So we will see you guys in a couple of days. What is it today? Monday? I have to think. We'll see you in 2 days' time. Thank you again, Katie.
Danni. Have a great week.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.